Welcome to KF&JF Podcast. I'm your host, Keith, and I'm so excited that you guys are here to join us again to uplift another small entrepreneur that's out there trying to make things happen. You know, I'd like to take a moment to tell you guys thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for subscribing and viewing all of our shows. You know what? One of the things I want to tell you guys is when you're out there through the Christmas holidays and you see these entrepreneurs out there, support them. Give them some of the funds that you're giving to the big people out there. Let's get them out there and help them to succeed just like those guys. So today, we're here at the office with a new show, and I want to say this guest is going to be great. So let's introduce him.
Hi, my name is Michael Huntis, and I am with Shine Mobile Spa. We're a mobile detailing company that wants to help bring your vehicle looking either like new or better.
Wow, man. Talk a little bit about how did you get in this business?
Well, actually, this started as quite a few years back. I used to be a detailer for Ford of Ontario. Later on, I took a break from detailing and kind of wanted to try out some other stuff, and recently fell back into it. The nice part about detailing is that you're always in different locations. You can also, as well, lose yourself when it comes to cleaning a car. You never know what kind of things you might run across, whether it be something simple or something difficult.
Wow, you know, that's one of the things that you said there, that's this kind of, you could lose yourself. Because if I'm inside of a Ferrari, or if I'm inside of a nice car, I'll be like, I'm going to take a little extra time just so I can look around. So do you find yourself, like, tell me a little bit about losing yourself in the car.
Well, sometimes cleaning a car can be something so peaceful. Same way it goes. You might end up getting a little bit of a headache with some of them, but it's all something that you're going to be experiencing quite differently in all of them.
Wow. Do you have a certain like chemical you use or don't use when you're washing cars, or it varies from car to car?
That's actually a really good question. So it does tend to vary because not every car can be washed the same way. If you're dealing with a vehicle that's been wrapped, you can't use your typical soaps. A lot of them do tend to have carnauba wax, which is actually really bad for the wrap itself. So you have to have everything kind of a little bit differently. Same way goes if you're dealing with RVs, boats, and for example, we haven't had those just yet, but it's just an example of some of that stuff.
Wow, because I always wonder, you know, what are some of the big vehicles that you've done?
Big vehicles, it tends to vary. We've done a few tow trucks, as well as that, a few semis, to where even, let's say for example, a Honda Fit, to where it's a smaller vehicles. Mm-hmm. Not too long ago, one of the more difficult challenges that we had was working up in the cold weather. We had some of the water actually turning into ice right after washing the car.
Oh, wow. So it makes it hard to start, you know, waxing it and drying it after that. Talk a little bit about some of the things that you found difficult about this business.
I want to say the one of the main things that was always most difficult is just more so reaching out to someone, because same way goes, a lot of people, it's a business that's already out there, and with being a new business, one of the first things that everyone thinks is that you might not have the experience, or same way goes, you're just trying to be someone that's going to either take their money and upcharge everything you can, which with us, it's a whole different background with that.
Wow, you know, I think that sometimes, do you run into customers that are picky?
Oh yeah, but everyone, I actually prefer that. What I want to say is, if I can make someone that's picky love the work that what comes out of us, I can guarantee that we're going to have people who aren't as picky who truly love the work.
Yes, and I know that that's one of the things. I wasn't really picky when I would get my car washed, but I was a tire guy, and I knew that was the hardest thing to do. Do you find doing the tires, the rims, because you know you in there busting your knuckles trying to get them rims clean? Do you find that a hard part of the job?
Somewhat, no. So everything is kind of the same way it goes. You have some chemicals that help out with that, but you can't use. Not every chemical will work the same way for everything. Mm-hmm. For example, if you use something that is acidic, if you were to touch it on an aluminum product, you might end up messing up the aluminum on it.
Right. So when you got into business, tell everybody, how did you start? I mean, was it you went down to the city? Did you have to buy the equipment? Talk about how did you get everything you need to even wash a car?
Yeah. So like you said, first things first is always going out to the county. I went out to this county of San Bernardino to go and get registered. After that, I already had a vehicle that I was kind of contemplating using for this kind of business, and same way goes, went out to one of the local shops nearby and got all my equipment, from a generator, pressure washer, 100-gallon tank, to all the chemicals as well.
Wow, wow. So that must have been, it's costly, right?
A little bit, yeah.
It's a little costly for that. Do you find that, you know, for people out there that are trying to establish a business similar to yours, what advice would you give them about investing in it?
With investing, it is kind of the same thing. It's better sometimes to start off paying a little bit more, because it does mean that equipment will last you a little bit longer, and that's the key thing. You don't want to buy something used or something that might have been potentially damaged, and you're out there and it ends up breaking down on you. So if you can, it's a little bit better to start off and spending a little more money in the beginning.
Wow, that's a big part of the investment that you make in yourself as well as the business. So as you do that, do you find that you know, like family and friends who out there helping you? Is it just you?
No, so me and my business partner, who's actually also my brother-in-law, it's something we wanted to come and bring out together. We actually love the fact of helping people out, seeing the smile come back to their face, and we've had a lot of support from family as well. In the very beginning, our first clients literally were just our brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I was thinking that's you know, let me wash your car, you know, practice on your car and stuff like that. But I think that sometimes when you do that, do you find that, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I could have practiced on someone else's cars instead of my family. You know, because sometimes the family could be like, you didn't even do a good job. Did you ever feel where you, you know, like someone just put you down in the business as far as your work performance and stuff like that, where it made you think, maybe this is not for me?
It is actually something that's happening quite a bit. More so, I personally love that. The reason being is that I'm a person that's always been loving challenges. So when it comes to that, my first thought is, I'm going to prove you wrong. And honestly, if anything, to me, it's been more of a motivation than anything else.
Wow, wow, wow. So what type of truck you got there? What is the what's the vehicle you got?
So for mine, it's just a Nissan Frontier, not too big, but we've done a little bit of customization to the back of the truck to where we have everything equipped on the back. From vacuum, the generator, the pressure washer, the 100-gallon tank, and all of our chemicals are inside to keep them protected from the sun.
Wow. Do you find that you could do other work besides cars with that kind of a setup?
Of course. We've had a few people that have actually told us if we can take care of their home furniture. Mm-hmm. A few people have asked us if we can pressure wash their driveways. A few small things, but if for the most part, we try to assist us with as much as we can as possible.
Okay. So the car industry, do you think I'm wondering, I should ask this question, do you have like a fleet that you're working with, or that's a big thing to try to get a fleet, you know, contract where you're just washing their cars? Because I know some people, they go to the dealerships and they get to go out there just all day. Is that something you're looking for? Do you have that kind of contract?
Yeah, so we do have one small fleet, but it's not a large fleet just yet. Luckily with them, it's once a month we go out there and take care of a few vehicles for them, but we are still looking to expand into getting more fleet vehicles as well. But as of right now, it's more so just customer based, going out to business and seeing if there's anybody in the business that's looking for a vehicle wash.
Is that something that you have to get out and do yourself, or are you doing, you know, internet work, or you calling people? Because that will really help you get to where some of the places you want to go.
So with looking for fleet, it's a little bit of both. You do have to go and sometimes look in person. Same way goes, you have there's programs on the county that actually help out to look for some of those larger contracts as well. Mm-hmm. Same way goes, you even just doing a phone call to a business, it might help out too.
Yeah. So you know, when you go through the county, what's that process like? Do they have a website that you got to bid on, or what's the process, you think?
Yeah. So it is something like that where you have to actually bid onto an actual. It's more of a portal for them.
Right.
But there's also some requirements that they ask. Some of them are quick. Some of them do take a little bit of time. Every company tends to vary.
So you think that some of those, you know, when you think about, you know, washing cars and doing driveways and doing all this power washing stuff that you do because you have the equipment, that some of the rules and regulations to continue to try to do that in a bigger way is a growth for you, or you guys are already there but just having to find?
So that's actually a really good question. That it does tend to vary. Some locations you might not have to worry about more so disposing of certain liquids. Luckily, all of our stuff is actually eco-friendly. But same way goes, you do have to worry about some places where if you're near open water, you have to actually make sure that you trap and capture that water as well.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that I thought about years ago, and I'm wondering if you maybe had this experience, gas stations. Is that something, I know that's capturing that water, that oil and stuff like that is one of those things you have to do, but is that something also you would consider in your business?
Yes, and we've actually reached out to, I don't know if it's a good idea to name the business just yet,
No.
but SC Fuels is actually one of the ones that we're slowly working with, and if everything works out, that might be one of our future larger contracts.
Is that what would you say would be the main function of your business in that kind of a environment?
So for them, it would be more so just making sure that we capture all the water. Of course, it's always also the same way as cleaning the vehicle and making sure it looks nice as well. But we have to be careful with the environment as well. We can actually damage the environment and as well as some of the life forms in the area.
Yeah, man. Because I remember it's like $5,000 for that water gets down there. Is it mainly like driveway? I mean, like doing the ground, or is it machines as well? You'll be cleaning and wiping those down. The gas station scenario, would that be something that you would be doing with that?
For the gas stations, that one, it would be something down the line I have to look into. I'm still
working.
Still
Okay,
yeah.
No problem. I don't want to drill you on it too much there, but I just think that that's one of those things that is good to do if you can get that. So talk a little bit about the equipment. So what size is your power washer? Is standard size, or you have some big industrial one?
No, so ours is actually standard size. Nice thing about it is we actually have the option of either going with the electric, which we have both the electric and the gas powered one, but we do have a little more performance out of the gas powered one.
Are you looking to grow that, or growing that will help you get into some of these other places that you want? Because I've seen they have these big old ones that are mounted on the truck that really pressurized. Are you looking to upgrade that in any way?
Down the line, yeah. Down the line, it is part of our thing that we do want to make it to where we can actually have a larger vehicle that will not only help us for just vehicles, but we might have more room to actually expand onto just entire properties as well.
Wow. So tell people out there, what do you think is different about you and your partner's business?
Well, one of the things I want to say is we're not so focused on the actual. I mean, yeah, it is part of the goal, but we're not as focused on trying to profit from it. We want to make sure that we can have help bring a smile to everyone, because realistically, not everyone has the money to have their vehicle professionally detailed, but at the same time, everyone wants it. So we want to bring that to where, let's say you might have a neighbor that has been keeping an eye on that, but they don't have the kind of funds. We can benefit where we can fluctuate our prices for them and have something that's going to benefit not only you, but also your neighbor or their neighbor.
So talk a little bit about that, because I think that's big because I think of it this way. You got disabled people out there, and they're trying to get their car clean like everybody else. They travel and doing different things. They can't do that. So that's someone and that's out there that needs your service. So talk a little bit about, do you do carpet cleaning in there? Do you really detail that, and the equipment you use for that as well?
Yeah. So we do happen to do interior details, both interior, exterior, as well as if you need your motor cleaned out. Let's say you might have taken it to a shop, and some of the work has left it a little bit grimy, or if it's just been sitting for a while. We do everything from internal to external. So we have all sorts of product and chemicals for every type of situation.
Wow, that's got to be something that's exciting, man. When you're able to put yourself in a position to tackle the whole vehicle, you know what I mean? It's not just what's inside; it's what's outside. It's what's underneath the hood too, and that really makes. So is that something that you would like to do more of, with steam cleaning, engine cleaning, and stuff like that?
Yeah, it is something that, like you said, not too many people really know about it just yet. But as our business grows, they are going to be hopefully being able to see it.
Well, you know what, guys? I really appreciate what's happening here because he's got a lot of information. He's able to get to you guys and know exactly what he's talking about when he comes to check out your car. But for right now, we're going to take a break and be right back. So hang in there. Welcome back, guys. We've been talking so much about cars and what you need to know about it when you're trying to get it detailed. I want to tell you guys thank you for tuning back in. So tell me a little bit about some of the things we haven't talked about that you want to talk about your cars. That you like to be able to get these people to see what's going on about car detailing. It's how important it is for their cars.
So with Shine Mobile Spa, we like to kind of separate every customer to their own custom needs. Not everyone's going to have the same kind of needs when it comes to washing a car, but we will find everything that will benefit you. Whether it's as simple as you have a preference that you want to make sure your wheels look nice, which is something that we spoke about, to where it might be even something as more difficult to where you have a scratch that needs to be removed. We got you covered on all that. With Shine Mobile Spa, we'll target every customer individually and have everything customized specifically for you.
Wow, man. So tell me one of the big jobs that you've done that you maybe didn't do a good job with somebody, tell me a little bit about failures if you've had any.
No, of course. I mean, the best way everyone can grow is, of course, with failing. And that's the thing too. If you fail, if you fail and you don't try to come back up or stand up, that's when you truly failed. If you failed and have pushed yourself to get up again, you're making work in progress one way or another. And with Shine Mobile Spa, I mean, we have had a few minor issues in the past. One of which is like something we spoke about earlier, where we didn't realize that we were working with aluminum and we used the wrong chemical that ended up damaging it. Luckily, we had that experience where we were able actually to go ahead and repair it. But same way goes, it's something that you have to look into and find a way to kind of get past it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that I appreciate you taking the time to say that. Do you think that in your business is being bonded and all of those types of things important, or is it just like you try to not have to do that? Because bondage is pretty good when you're doing that type of work on these fancy cars or whatever, someone else's car.
Yeah, it is good to be bonded as well as that with insured too, because same way goes. If it turns out that might not be something that's your situation, but let's say you're moving a vehicle, and in that same situation that you're moving a vehicle, another vehicle comes in out of nowhere and ends up striking the car, there's things you have to be prepared for. Whether it's bondage or like I said, business insurance to help out and take care of that stuff. You always want to be prepared for everything.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big things people don't know is that they go out there and they start their businesses and be doing it, but don't realize they need to have that coverage to protect yourself because anything can happen out there. So as you started a business, some of the things that you've done with the city, and we've talked about a little bit of that, did you find that you were able to find everything you need and get through that process of getting your business license, or did you find some stuff that was hard?
There's always some stuff that's going to be difficult. We are always learning something new. That's one thing. Whether it's something as you do have the benefit that you actually can reach out to the county and they will provide you with where you can find more information, to where you might have to do a little bit of research, and we've all dealt with it.
Well, that's good. That's true. Talk a little bit about your family. Like, it's a big part of us doing business, right? We have our support system that helps us. What's your support system?
For me, I guess my support system is my family. I mean, same way goes. Everyone's dream is to kind of bring forth and be a provider for their family, and it's one thing that we all got to look forward to. You have people behind you, so you have to push forward and, in a way, lead to help pull them forward with you.
You have kids?
I don't.
Okay, no worries. Because one of the things that we all look forward to is trying to be, people's. This is part of like what we talk about all the time, guys out there. If you guys are, I know you're listening to this. People like you, right? We want people to see us, being in business, working, and see how hard it is, and things that the sacrifices we put in to our business, because we want to show that we can do it as well. How do you feel about that? Trying to make sure people in your community see the work you're putting in.
Well, having people see your business and see everything as it comes along is a key factor. You try to keep people looped in as much as possible, whether it be friends, neighbors, everyone kind of tied into it, even churches as well.
Right.
So it's good to have people as tied in with either letting them know what you're doing to even helping them if possible. Wow.
Talk a little bit about do you do like free car washes or any of that kind of stuff, so people be rolling up on there and say, I know he's going to do a good job on my car, or part of the church, or do you do any volunteer work in that area?
Yeah, so once a month we actually do give away one free car wash. And this might be either to one of our customers, or same way goes, if we have people that have messaged us and want a little bit more information, we will do complimentary washes at times so that people can, like you said, see our work and make sure that they know that Shine Mobile Spa does stand out.
That's right.
So we have had anywhere between raffles where we have provided free services to where it might even be just a free upgrade to some of the customers.
Wow. So do you have something like you do this on your website? How do you promote this? The free part of the business or stuff that you do in the community. Do you have a website as well?
Yes. So if you guys ever want to look into our website, it's not really, it's a little bit of a calendar and a website, but you can feel free to find us on Instagram as Shine Mobile Spa. And with that, you do have a few links that where it would basically take you directly to our calendar so you can see pricing. Any new customers that do enter our database, they actually get automatically entered into a possible raffle at the end of each month.
Wow.
But if you feel that texting is a little bit easier, you can always reach out to us at 909-206-2811.
Right. Wow, that's great. And we're going to get back to that as well, guys. So make sure you write that down now. Talk a little bit about do you go to any out-of-state events or things like that, or what area are you really working in?
So for us, since we are a little newer, we're still more local to our set locations. We are Inland Empire based, but we have gone out as far as, for example, we have a few locations here in Paris, as well as Menifee. But for the most part, we cover a pretty large area from Rancho Cucamonga all the way out to Hemet.
Wow. So it's just you and your partner that goes out. What's the max crew that you've had on a job?
So far, just the two of us. We've had it to where it'd be one of us just individually working on vehicles sometimes. But you know what? Shine Mobile doesn't really back down from any project.
That's right, man. That's good because sometimes people wonder, can two people really do the job? But if you got a system in place and you know what each other is supposed to be doing and you coming around each other and making it work, is that how you guys have a system in place working together?
Yes, sir. And we've been working with it long enough to where it's kind of routine. Where if we see one of us is going for one specific task, the other one will kind of go and work a different task, but it's kind of more of a natural thing nowadays.
All right, man. So make sure we don't forget this, guys. What's your partner's name?
My partner's name is actually Emmanuel Padilla.
All right. So how long you guys been together doing this?
Doing this, we've been close to a year, but it was more of a, like you said, we've kept it a lot with the family, but officially as Shine Mobile Spa, we've been actually active since February.
Oh, okay. So what have you learned about partnership? What are some of the things you can tell other people about the importance of working together in a partnership?
So with a partnership, it's always going to be something where there's always room for improvement. Not everything's going to be the best, but you know what? The longer you work with someone, the closer you get, the more you find out about that person too. You might think that at first you might not have as much in common, but once you actually get to work with someone, you start talking, have more chats, you realize how much bonded you really have grown.
Yeah. I think that's one of the big things that for partnership, how partnerships should work, because we're out there, we're individuals. So when we see a task that we're doing, we don't think nobody else can do that task better, but we're the only one that can do it. So I always wondered how partnership work, and when you're working with someone that even in family or friends or something like that. But you guys have seemed to make that work.
Yes.
All right, that's great. What do you think about kids? The thing is, when we are out there as small businesses and in our community and everybody sees us doing different things, what would you say to the kids out there that are sitting there texting all day, looking around over here, and not really thinking about the opportunity they have to start something? Whether they fail or not, they can succeed. But through your experience, what would you enlighten them about?
Well, one thing I do want to give out to the kids, a little brief kind of a more of a possible idea is, you're young right now is the best time you can make any mistakes. There is plenty of time that you're going to use this experience to, if you want to start your own business or grow in any kind of aspect. You will only continue to learn and grow as time goes on.
And I think that's important, because a lot of the kids that are out there, they are afraid to do things because they think they're going to make a mistake, and they don't want to be, like chastised by the family or whoever else. So when you think about that in the future, what's your goal for the business? Where you see yourself in 3, 4, or 5 years?
Well, in 3, 4, or 5 years, we do actually want to have an actual stationary location. We don't want to. Well, we still want to have mobile details and mobile washes and stuff like that, but we want to be able to also have a location where, let's say you want to be able to drop off your car, whether it's either detailing. We have a few kind of hidden secrets that we're going to be elaborating down the line that we do hopefully plan on bringing with us, but we want to have a location where you can drop off a car, let's say over the weekend, come back Monday, and you know what, you have a brand new car all over again.
Wow.
Whether it's a wash, a ceramic detailing, all that stuff.
Did you guys do you work with any of that sealing that they put on the car? What they call that? I forget the name of it, but it's something that seals the car. Do you do that?
Yeah, so that's what we were just talking about. That would be ceramic coating.
Okay,
Yes.
ceramic coating. So you guys do that as well?
Yes.
Oh wow.
And those, they tend to have their own kind of lifespan. There's some that are applied every 2 to 5 years. Some that are 3 to 5, three and more. It does tend to vary. And luckily, like I said, with Shine Mobile Spa, we tailor everything to each customer. So if you're looking for just a simple ceramic coating or something that's going to be a little more long range, we can help out with that as well.
Oh wow, because I've had a car that just seemed to, that stuff is peeling off. You can see that it's cracking and all that stuff. So I always wondered, is that like a big job for you to do that, or is that something just based on whatever vehicle size and whatnot?
Yeah, it would be more so based on whatever vehicle size. If so, I think what you might be thinking is a There are PPF wraps that are more of a clear base ones. Those ones might be the ones you're thinking about where they tend to kind of flake off and stuff like that.
Right.
So the ceramic coatings is more of a type of chemical that gets applied to the exterior of the vehicle and would be more of a smoother finish if I do say so myself.
Wow. So let me know about the waxing. You know, do you do the hands-on waxing and do all that, or you know, it's a little bit more sophisticated than that?
So with Shine Mobile Spa, both me and my partner, we tailor every vehicle differently. Some of them might be just a quick hand wash, hand wax, or some of them might require either a full polish. We even had a few of them that have had a little bit of damaged paint.
Right.
So we would actually have to go a step further and doing a color sand into the vehicle right before doing a complete polish to it.
Wow. Let me ask you, do you find that in your business that you are sending people to different places like a painter or body shop or something you see on the vehicle in your conversation with some of the people that you work with? Are you sending other businesses to them?
Yeah, so same way goes. We're a new and growing company. We have run across a few other new businesses as well. We found a few mechanics that, for example, Master Shop located out in Highland. Amazing work for that guy.
Yeah.
But same way goes. We've requested and had kind of reached out to different people for the same reason. We're still new and we're still expanding, and we try to help out as many businesses as we can, just as other businesses are helping us out by referring us to them.
No, that's a big part of the big circle, right? We want to not feel like we can't tell somebody about something because we don't want to give business to someone else. I think it's important to be able to do that because you, believe it or not, it comes back around. They will find you and think, oh yeah, I know this guy that does this and do that. So on the way out, can you tell us a little bit about what you feel as a business owner? Do you feel like, man, it's empowering stuff here, being a business owner? How do you gather that as a business owner? What have you found, like, man, this is all right. I'm the boss, or technically both of you guys may be the boss. Somebody's got to be the boss, So how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, it's something quite different. Same way goes. You don't want to just treat a business like if it's just any ordinary business. You want to have kind of a respected kind of type of love that you want to provide not only between the business itself but out to your customers. So you want to keep it as well circulated to where it's not something that it's just me controlling it. As I said, there's two of us, as me and my business partner Emmanuel. We want to make sure that we both have the same level, but same way goes. If there's something that we both need to reach a little more attention to, we both will sit down and talk about it and keep it something respectful between both of us.
Wow, because that's what keeps a good partnership going, man, and going for a while. So talk a little bit about anything else I may not have talked to you about that you'd like to get out of regarding your business. Mention your business name, your email address, everything. Shoot it out.
All right, well, again, my name is Michael Hantes and my business partner is Emmanuel Padilla. Our business is Shine Mobile Spa. We want to make sure that we have a luxury detail that comes out to you, making sure that you're happy and your vehicles are well kept. And yeah.
All right, man. Let me ask you this, because you said luxury, and I start thinking, man, my little car was luxury, but it ain't luxury no more. So let us know one of the luxury cars that you've done.
Well, quite recently, if you guys check out our Instagram again, it will be Shine Mobile Spa. You could actually see on there, one of our recent cars was actually a Range Rover. That one, we did a little bit of extra work, and in the actual image itself, they live up in the mountains, but if you look into the image, you can actually see the trees right off of the vehicle itself.
Oh, that's polished well.
Yeah, it's been very well taken care of, and
wow.
like I said, every vehicle's been tailored specifically to each custom request.
Hey man, I'm so happy because I'm happy that you're able to articulate your business. You're able to tell the people about the things that you do and how they can benefit from it. Because car dealership and car dealing and dealing with cars and having that responsibility is a lot. Your dream is to be better and do better. And I'm really happy for that, man. I'm hoping that you succeed in everything that you want out there. And are are you nervous in any way about success?
Oh, of course. I mean, same way goes though. If you're not nervous or if you're not scared to fail, you need to be, because same way goes. Without failure, you won't learn anything from it. If you guys do get the opportunity, feel free to look us up on Instagram, and you'll see a little bit of our work as it continues. Again, our Instagram is Shine Mobile Spa. And if you do need to text us, or if you need to contact us, whether it's a call or text, we might not be able to answer because we're a little busy from time to time. But you can feel free to text us at 909-206-2811.
Right on. You guys heard that, right? You know what to do, right? So I don't want to hear no problem. Let's get there and get this man up there to where he wants to be in his business, and he needs your help as well. And KF&JF Podcast Show is so happy to have had him on, and the business partner as well that's not here, but we're going to get to him next. Thank you, guys. We look forward to seeing you guys again. Have a great day. See you next time.